Okay, so I really want this snippet right here to be like a public service announcement, because I have been following Hassan Khan's, I'm sorry, and I'm trying to talk a little louder out here, guys, because I loved my last video, but I just felt like I could have spoke louder. It's always loud in the city, so, you know, my voice has always been velvety, raspy, you know, I've never been loud, but quiet as it's kept. That's one of the things I love about New York City, because believe it or not, loudness, a little bit of belligerence, is a big leadership skill and quality, because who are you going to get to follow you, to believe in you, if you can't even get them to hear you, right? So it's a very strong leadership quality that it's almost like it comes into play on its own just by default from living in such of a loud city. And so it sort of cultivates a leadership skill. You know, I love to watch my videos and see what I could do better, and always look to do my best, right? So I was watching a video by Hassan Campbell, and he talked about having a live where there were like 20,000 viewers, and he screenshotted it. Of course, there were witnesses. You know, persons in the comment section were able to sit there and witness that. And then after it was all said and done, that YouTube reported 15,000 views. And I would you see, that's the power of thought, real thought, you know, that it'll trigger somebody else to look at their plate, like, you know what, I see that too. And then next thing you know, maybe those two people coming together to find that common truth would be the next creators of the next biggest app, you know, YouTube competitor. That's the power of thought and honesty. But a lot of people that see the same thing will never admit it, because it will require for them to face it. Whether this is real, conditioned, being done on purpose, or malicious, you know. And so I'm saying all of this to say that I've noticed the exact same thing, and as someone in his comment section took it a little further, and I said that was some real shit, because I've unbeknownst, you know, mentioned that in past videos as well, that I will not do the longer speaking videos and will always do so many more shorts, because you notice the very low views on speaking videos. But what if I told you that during the pandemic, people were wearing these masks? That's why I'm so against them now, because I feel like they were a part of suppression, oppression, and literally silencing people. And so when you pay attention to when a person speaks in a mask, they sound muffled, like they're being like it's a hand over their mouth, like they're being suffocated. Like you cannot hear the vibrance, you cannot hear the magnitude and the real volume, and a lot of time what a person is saying at all with that mask on. And so there was an element during the pandemic that was very important. Quietness, and not comparing and contrasting notes to gather, to really know what point you're in, to know where you need to move toward, and to have a community to do it. And so I'm saying all of that to say that if you look on so many people's channels, mine included, the shorts are outnumbering the more lengthy videos. And this is YouTube's quiet way of suppressing you, silencing you, and controlling your channel and what gets out and what really doesn't. Curtailing people's attention span, you know, Bigo and TikTok have already done that. And so it's doing a number on your mind, and in terms of mind control even. And so what has made me decide, and you guys have to decide what it will mean for you or what you've seen on your side, is that as a principality, you have to start to make longer, at least minimal 10-minute videos, and you have to stop giving a fuck about the views, because the views are a lie. And they're based off of YouTube configuration, algorithm, and what they want out, what they want pushed out. And so when you tell me that only the shorts could get played, that's almost like shut up, pretty bitch, and just look pretty, dress up, laugh, be cute. Don't get conscious, like don't get elevated. That's where you'll get cut short and you will not notice any of the views because they're being toyed with and it's a fixed system. So when I configure these things, I don't need a bunch of people to be on the same page, just a few. And then it'll make me change my channel up. And so I said that honestly, I always still do my shorts. But when I understand the greater meaning, I said that more and more so, I'm going to have a 10-minute minimal for all of my videos. And I do not give a shit if they get the views or if they don't, because YouTube is a lie.